Hi guys, and good Tuesday morning. It's March 10th. Thanks for tuning in for our update. If you haven't joined us before, this is basically a conversation about some of the stories that you're clicking on and sharing via maybe our website or our Facebook page. We've got Brandon running the computer. He's going to be looking for your comments and questions, so be sure to leave those if you have them about any of the stories we're talking about. And then we're going to check in with Cheetah, who is back coming up in a few minutes. But we're going to start with this wrong way crash that happened overnight on the Grand Parkway. The innocent driver, so the driver who was hit in this crash died, but Fort Bend County Precinct 4 deputies say the wrong way driver, the guy who was going northbound in the southbound lanes, was going between 90 and 100 miles an hour when he crashed into a small Chevy sedan. It just crushed, the sedan, flipped the pickup on its side. As far as we know, the driver who caused the crash is in critical condition, was airlifted, but the innocent driver didn't survive. Took about 4 hours for crews to clear the roadway. Again, that happened Grand Parkway near West Belfort, but we seem to be talking about these every couple of days, and this is just another one to add to the tally. Going the wrong way at 100 miles per hour. That's tough to avoid as a driver going the right direction. Just heading home around 12:20 in the morning. We have that whole story on khou.com if you want to read it. We also have an entire section of our website dedicated to sharing facts, not fear, about the coronavirus. We know so many of you have questions. I'm actually going to go through and answer a few coming up here in a minute, but I wanted to run down a couple headlines for you. And the first is that all we know is several individuals linked to HISD are self-quarantining for 14 days. We don't know if they're employees. We don't know if they're students. We don't really know what kind of exposure they may have had. The district did say there are no confirmed cases of coronavirus within the district, but the district is, scrubbing any affected schools. Again, didn't mention what those are either. This is all on khou.com. We're trying to get more answers from HISD, and we will update you when we do. Next up, Italy is shut down. A complete lockdown. What had been restricted to just the northern part of the country, Italy has ruled out for all of its people, basically asking them to self-quarantine as the number of cases there has grown. In Israel, anyone who comes into the country is being asked to self-quarantine for 14 days. This morning on H-Town Rush, I outlined how this is impacting some events. So France is banning any gatherings of 1,000 people or more. Well, that forced Madonna to cancel a couple of her shows there. Ireland canceled all of its St. Patrick's Day parades, including the big one in Dublin. And back here in the States, the organizers of Coachella and Stagecoach, the big music festivals out in the Indio Valley, they're also considering not canceling. They're trying to move it to October so they don't have to cancel. And then Pearl Jam postponed the first leg of its tour with a whole thread on Twitter explaining why they made that decision. So a lot of big headlines this morning that you can read in that section, that dedicated section on our website. But I want to run through a couple of the questions that I have seen so many times. So I was in the airport. I visited my family back home in Oregon for the past few days. And in the airport, this was all anyone was talking about, was coronavirus. You smelled hand sanitizer and Clorox and Lysol everywhere, which is good. I wish that it would always be that way. It wasn't necessarily a bad thing. But I want to hit on some of the questions we've been hearing a lot. So the first one is, what kind of supplies should you be buying? Because you've probably seen the pictures on social media, or you've just walked the aisles of these stores. I mean, they are wiped out. We're talking toilet paper, canned food. Of course, all cleaning supplies are gone. So what should you be buying? Well, anything that you need for about 2 weeks. If if you need to self-quarantine. You don't need to hoard stuff. That's per Tarrant County's public health director. Don't hoard, only take what you need. The problem is, I see a lot of these posts on Facebook, including from my father sometimes. It's like, the media is telling us to go out and do this. No reputable site is going to tell you to go out and fill your minivan with cases of toilet paper. Get what you need. That means medications, water, food. Leave the rest for everyone else, because otherwise it creates this kind of panic. Second question, is hand sanitizer all you need? That same Tarrant County public health director says absolutely not. You can use it, sure, but nothing replaces washing your hands with soap for 20 seconds. And our sister station up in Dallas actually posted in the bathrooms 20-second choruses, because that's what you're supposed to scrub for 20 seconds. Like Lizzo's Good As, I won't say it on here, but the chorus is 20 seconds. I do my hair, yeah, sing it to yourself while you're scrubbing. And it's 20 seconds of scrubbing. A lot of people think it's the whole process, and then you just be like, put soap on here and then you just rinse for 20 seconds. No, you gotta scrub. I know that sounds silly. The people who think I'm saying that is silly are not the people who need to hear it. I just want to say that. Next question, travel. Should you travel during spring break? A lot of folks are on spring break or it's coming up. The CDC says you probably shouldn't go to Iran, Italy, South Korea, and China. Those are on its list right now because of the spread of coronavirus, but it's just something to be aware of if you're traveling anywhere. I saw a lot of masks. Experts have said the masks really don't do anything about coronavirus, but it's just keeping up those hygiene habits. Washing your hands, covering your cough, making sure your area is clean. Just keep that up. And finally, when is there going to be a vaccine? How long could it take? For this one, Marcelino Benito actually talked to a vaccine expert. He actually created a vaccine for a previous strain of coronavirus back in 2016. He says it will take at least a year, up to 3 years. Not necessarily just to develop the vaccine, but it needs to go through 3 phases of testing, and if you rush that, it poses danger to patients. So he says the window is about a year to 3 years. So not anytime soon is the answer there. Again, all of this information is on khou.com/coronavirus. We also have this really cool tool that we haven't talked about where you can text us now. So I'll actually dig into that a little bit later, but you can text us about all different topics, including the forecast, although you won't need to right now because we can check in with Cheetah and just get the answer right now. Cheetah, what's it looking like today?
Well, you know what? This is a live shot this morning in Galveston.
Oh.
Brandy, can you believe it? This is how foggy it is once you head well south of town. Also west and northwest. We're dealing with some serious fog. This morning, we had a dense fog advisory in Galveston and near the Bolivar Peninsula, but otherwise it was really 5:30, 6 o'clock, and that's when some of this fog became a little bit more widespread. Now, this is a live shot outside, closer in town, and notice how we have lowered cloud ceilings, but really fog, not that bad. I don't think it's going to slow you down outside. So 60s out the door this morning, but we're going to quickly climb to the 70s and then even mid to upper 70s as we head into the afternoon. So even though we're mostly dry right now, a little bit of a drizzle within some of those clouds this morning, most of the shower activity will actually kick in midday and even afternoon. Here's a look at that dense fog advisory. Again, it goes northwest, west, and southwest. Now this expires at 10 a.m., but that lingering fog, even though it'll lift, I'm expecting clouds to remain in place. So clouds are going to be stubborn over the next several days, and even visibility show that. Now at both airports, not enough fog to ground planes. I still think everything's going to be a-okay there, but once you head up 290 from Brenham to Tomball, fog is an issue. Down 59, fog is an issue. So it kind of depends on where you're waking up this morning to how dense some of the fog will be. Your day part planner, midday, mid 70s, afternoon goes to 78, and there's that 30 to a 40% chance for a few showers. So if anything, I would take the umbrella early. You may dodge a few drops early, but it'll really kick in midday and afternoon. That'll be your best rain threat pretty much throughout the day. Here's a look at the satellite and radar picture. Again, clouds in place, not talking or tracking a whole lot of rain. The big system that was to our north is now well off to our northeast. This will drape across the eastern seaboard as it continues to push offshore. So what I'm monitoring actually for our next system here locally is out in the Pacific. Good old counterclockwise spin indicating a strong area of low pressure. That's what's sending all this moisture here across the coast of California, Southern California, and in the desert Southwest. This is all going to be moving our direction. It may break apart, so that's why for our weekend plans, your weekend forecast, it's really not all that bad. Wednesday and Thursday, we get a break from a little bit of the rain, and then by Friday, Saturday, Sunday, it pops back in. But Brandy, we're not talking about a weekend washout. I'm already looking ahead to that on Tuesday morning. But today, as far as today goes, anything you have this afternoon, I would just stay weather ready and grab the umbrella. I'll send it back to you, girlfriend.
All right, thank you. So glad to have you back. We've already had a couple welcome back cheetahs.
Aw.
Everybody's excited to see you. It's not the same without you. All right. This next story is like my all-time favorite, and maybe this is like cheetah at 75. Anyway, Dolly Parton just turned 74. She's a total boss babe. She did an interview with 60 Minutes Australia. I'm going to tell you what she says she wants to do for her 75th birthday in a sec, but I'm waiting for this. There. Back in 1978, she was on the cover of Playboy. She says she wants to do it when she's 75. I want to know what you want to do when you hit a big milestone birthday like that. Like 75 that's huge, right? I can see Cheetah like skydiving at 75. I don't know if I would. She's way more fearless. I don't know. Let me know what you do. Now I need ideas. I'm looking at you, Brandon. I'm just staring at you, waiting for like inspiration.
On ideas?
Yeah. What would you do when you turn 75?
Quit.
I hope you're not working here until you're 75 over
We'll
there
see.
looking through Facebook comments.
Yeah.
It's a sad state of affairs. You've got like 50 years.
Wow, that's very nice of you. Thank you.
We're gonna go with that. Anyway, that's just a fun story, and I wanted to see what you guys would do for your milestone birthday. I mean, obviously, not all of us are gonna end up on the magazine with Dolly, so you got to pick something else, or you can work on that. There's always that too. Yeah, I'm not gonna kill anybody's dreams here. Okay, comment question time.
Yeah. Kay is if you're not a Lizzo fan, Kay is suggesting sing Happy Birthday twice. That adds up 20 seconds when you're scrubbing your hands.
Or you can go through the whole alphabet song. That too. I saw Billy asked how many are infected in Italy. There are 9,000 confirmed cases in Italy. So you kind of understand why they're asking everybody to lock it down. Anything else?
No, everybody's pretty quiet today. We have a lot of comments, people talking to each other about coronavirus, but not too many questions here.
Okay. Scrolling through to see. Someone pointed out that people weren't cleaning until now. It is kind of horrifying to see everything fly off the shelves the way it has. I gave these little hand sanitizer, candy cane, baggy combos for Christmas. Feeling like the best coworker ever now, because everyone in this building has hand sanitizer, or should, unless they've already gone through it. I have extras in my desk. I feel like I should sell them on eBay. Not really. I would never do that. I will give away the hand sanitizer. Anyway.
That's how you get out of here before 75.
There you go. That's my retirement plan. Hand sanitizer.
Freddie, really quick, is asking about our new text system.
Oh, thank you for reminding me. Okay, so we have a new system. Brandon just plugged in the number because he's magic like that. You can save that in your phone. And you can text us with photos, like say you have a cute photo of your dog or it's a theme day at school, like Go Texan Day the other day, you could text us the photos that you have in your phone. It's just that easy. Videos, like if a storm's rolling past your house and you can safely get video, you can send that to us. Comments during our morning show, during the evening shows, if you have a question about a story. So you can do all of that, just the normal text stuff, and we see it just like you're texting anybody else. Now, the really cool thing is if you're looking for the forecast, just type in weather, send it to that number. We'll send you a link to today's forecast. Same with traffic. If you're looking for facts about coronavirus, just do facts. What are some of the others? Ahead of the primary, we had vote and results. We'd send you a link with everything we've compiled. So it's a really, really cool feature that lets us interact with you in a new way, because this is as close as we kind of have to having a dialogue, right? And it's still weird because you have to comment and then I have to see it and then I can answer. Brandon's watching out. But this is a much more direct system. I like it. Makes it easy. So that is our text system. So can you pop that number up one more time? Yeah, maybe do a screen cap here. Whoop, there's the number. So it's 713-526-1111. And it's the same number for anything. If you're texting for weather, if you're texting for traffic, if you're just text that number. And do it, and I'm gonna pop off here and I'll reply if you guys text right now. Okay, that's what I'm gonna go do right now. And then I'll go through the comments. Brandon's shaking his head at me. I get really excited about this stuff.
Nerd.
A little bit. Okay, there's another update at 2:15. Have a good day.